You spend an average of 8 hours a day at your desk, be it replying to your colleagues, shopping online, browsing the web, watching Netflix, YouTube, or playing some games. These are all things that occur at your desk. We figured that might be something to think about. Meet Georgina, the founder of Fit for Work, a global team of recognized ergonomists. She's going to show you how you can better optimize your workspace. To begin, what is ergonomics, briefly?
Ergonomics is everything to do with how we interact with our workstation. So when we're in an office environment, it's to do with the desk, the chair, the laptop, keyboard, mouse, but it's also about our routine and our behaviors around using it, making sure we're as optimally set up as possible and doing what we can to avoid any potential issues later on down the line.
So, why is setting your desk in order important?
We have to remember that we're all very different shapes and sizes. So one desk setup is not going to suit everyone. You have to consider that there's going to be different situations and different individual circumstances. So each workstation needs to be set up to suit you as an individual.
Why is it important that our chair and desk are adjustable and, in a sense, can be tailored to our body?
We need to individualize the chair and individualize the desk to suit our certain requirements. So where you might have a desk of a certain height, you have to have the adjustability within your chair to be able to put it to optimize your position using that desk. So for example, if the desk is a little bit too high, you may need to raise the chair a little bit higher for you, whereas someone who might be quite tall might not need the desk or the chair raised quite so high to meet the desk.
How should we sit correctly and comfortably then? What's the right position?
The ideal is that you have your feet flat on the floor or flat on a solid surface. You want to have your back fully supported by a backrest, ideally with a lumbar support. What you want to make sure that the chair is keeping you in a firm and upright and supported position. Ideally, if you have a chair where the seat pan is adjustable, to allow you to move it out so that your thighs are fully supported. So we don't want the seat pan hitting the back of your knees, but also we don't want a large gap here between the front of the cushion and the back of your knees. So in this way, my body is fully supported. Then also having the ability to adjust where the armrests are to the optimal position, adjusting the headrest if that's your preference to use one, and being able to adjust in terms of the tilt of the back of the chair will just allow you to optimally set up the chair to suit you again as an individual.
But what about those fixed height desks? What if the table's too high or too low for them?
If you find that the desk is higher than your elbow height when you sit with your feet flat on the floor, increase the height of your chair and use a footrest.
Are there any other alternatives?
A standing desk can be a great option for those who like to get out of their seat as they work. However, this is something which needs to be gradually incorporated according to the comfort of you as an individual.
What about our monitor?
So our monitor should ideally be about an arm's length away and placed centrally in front of us. However, you should be able to read everything on the screen easily. So if you feel like you're squinting or hunting forward to see clearer, you can make the text a bit bigger, the display brighter, or bring the monitor slightly closer towards you. We do recommend though that you get your eyes tested annually to ensure that you're using the correct prescription. You can also consider using blue light glasses.
What about for those who are using a laptop?
A lot of people will be using a laptop just on a desk. This can be ergonomically set up really easily by putting the laptop on a riser and using a separate keyboard and mouse.
What about monitor arms?
Monitor arms are helpful. You can attach your monitor to it and attach the monitor arm to your desk. You can then use it to adjust the monitor position such that you're looking towards the top third of the screen.
What about the keyboard and mouse? Don't tell me there's a specific place to put them to.
Yeah, there is. It should be placed close enough to the edge of your desk so that you're not leaning forward to reach it. Your chair at the same time should also be pulled in close to the desk. With your shoulders relaxed, elbows at 90 degrees in by your side, and your wrists in a straight line with your elbows, check that your hands can land onto your keyboard and mouse and that you can type comfortably. Keep your back in contact with your backrest as much as you can. You may need to sit closer to your desk or bring your equipment closer to you. If you ever need to drop your wrists down to type, your desk is too low. Either lower the height of your chair or raise the height of your table, or place your keyboard mouse onto a higher surface such as a box. Check that your hips and knees stay in line or that your hips stay slightly higher than your knees.
What about the headrest? What's the use for that?
The headrest really is personal preference. However, if you are using one, you need to be sure that your ears are lined up with your shoulders. Ensure that your monitors and laptop screens are at the correct height is really important also.
Alright, thanks Regina. Are there any other tips for those who are primarily desk-bound?
Move often. It's so important that we're changing our posture every 30 to 45 minutes. Prevention is key. Please don't wait until you feel any tension to move. Get up now, change your posture, keep active. We want to avoid getting any discomfort in the future.